Hey everyone. Hi, it's Courtney. I'm decided to make a video. I have really no idea why. I do, but today is my 5-day post-op. I had surgery on Wednesday, June 13th. Sorry about the bangs, they need to be trimmed and I just took a shower, so you deal, I'll deal. Um, Things went really well for surgery. I mean, really well. I went in the morning, and of course, I was a nervous wreck, but somehow I was oddly calm before they even sedated me. And then surgery went really well. I was in recovery 2 hours, had a room. By the time I got to my room, I just wanted to go to the bathroom. They tried to ask me if I could lift my hips so that I could do a bedpan, and I said, "Can I just walk?" And she actually asked me what year it was because she didn't believe that I was coherent enough to know what I was asking for. And then I did really well. I mean, they kept up on my pain meds. I didn't really have to ask for them much. I was walking by Wednesday night. I was kind of out of it. I mean, I had some coworkers and friends stop by, which was very nice of them. And I remember them being there. I remember talking to them, but I also remember just wanting to sleep, which was fine. And Thursday, okay, the blue stuff. Why did nobody tell me how much of a dye the blue stuff is? I don't know if you can see this mouth, but when I've only had 3 ice chips in like a almost 36-hour period, it's stuck to everything. My tongue, my teeth, my gums, my lips. I couldn't, like, my mom goes, "Don't look at anyone," because I had to go downstairs to get my upper GI done, and she's like, "Just don't smile at anyone." And she said that I look like a garbage pail kid, and I did. It was awful. I couldn't even brush the stuff out of my mouth. It was awful. I didn't even care about the taste as much as how much it stained me. But I passed. And I had one little scare in recovery that the chick, I remember the nurse coming by and you're so out of it. And I just remember saying, "Can I please have more pain medicine?" And the only thing I remember feeling was the belly button incision at the time. And I knew that was the bigger one. So I knew what it was, but it still hurt. So I remember one time she came over and said, "Oh, your room is ready. I'm trying to get someone to come get you." And she was yelling at the 11th floor or something on the phone. And she says, "I have so and so. She had gastric bypass." And I remember just laying there like you think you're screaming, but you're barely making a noise and going, "Sleep. I had the sleeve." And I just thought, "Oh shit, they did the wrong surgery. No wonder why I'm in pain." Like it was just, that moment, but I was so out of it. And I mean, as far as I know, I still have the sleeve. But Thursday was pretty good. I mean, all my tests came back all right, and I just kind of sipped on water and drank and slept a lot. And I was really surprised because people would come by to see me that worked at the hospital or volunteered or had the surgery already, and they would always be like, "You had the surgery yesterday?" Yeah, like this was the plan. People like I didn't push to leave any earlier than what they told me. Like they said, you go in on Wednesday, if everything goes well, you can leave Thursday evening. And then I just couldn't believe how everybody was so like, "You're very alert." And I ended up asking the last nurse I had, "Why is everybody so surprised?" And she said, "Because sleeve patients have extreme nausea." And she goes, "You haven't had any." And I think that was really weird for me because I didn't realize that maybe. And I realized how freaking lucky I was because I do not like nausea at all. Who does? But yeah, I didn't have any. So I was very, very, very fortunate. And I came home Thursday night with my mom and slept. Oh, boy. And I slept. Sorry about the phone. And Friday I slept. And I was supposed to go for my 1 week post op this Wednesday. But the surgeon is actually going out of town. So, is that really necessary? Answering machine. Um, yeah, so the surgeon's going out of town, so I won't see him till next week. So I still have the staples and everything for 2 weeks. The staples creep me out. Really, they creep me out. But everything's been okay. This is my 1 ounce little shot glass, has measuring on it, and a 10-minute timer, and that's pretty much how I get those down. I walk, pace a lot. It's really hot in Florida, so I try not to be outside too much. Yesterday was really nice at my sister's. Got to hang out with my new nephew. But I did have like some come to Jesus moments, right? I mean, I think that I really prepared for this surgery. I do not go into anything without knowing as much as possible. I don't buy a t-shirt without knowing it's the right price. I mean, I do a lot of research, and I'm not blind to the mentalness that goes into surgery. It's just, there's so much, and it's so weird. It's just weird. I feel like I was always a very healthy person. That's who I am. That's how I found out that I couldn't lose weight on my own, was because I was so healthy and nobody understood. And then I had all these tests done, and I think that almost bothers me, and it's not any fault to anyone else, but even in my support groups, and I see it on YouTube, and it seems like that when the question's asked, did you have a food addiction or whatnot, people are always like, yeah, didn't you have to? And that's not the case. Like, I feel like I don't even fit in there, because I don't have a food addiction, and I feel awful for people who do, because it has got to be hell on this side. I mean, it's weird. And yesterday, I just remember being at my sister's, and not that I was hungry. I had my protein drink, and I was sipping away, and I had my water. I got a good amount in yesterday. But my family had a cookout, and I sat outside because the smell, it wasn't so much like I just felt like it's so subconscious to eat, right? And I haven't eaten anything since last Monday, a week ago. And, even as a healthy person, I think, well, if I'm not, I'm trying to cut back, what's, a slice of tomato? What's that really? Because there's no calories, it's water, it's good for you. But then I have to be like, whoa, like that's not on the menu right now. And that's just a weird, weird concept. And I mean, my family is very supportive of me and this whole thing, but mentally it is, whoa, and I actually stepped on the scale yesterday out of curiosity, and for some reason, I wasn't expecting much. I think I know why, because I felt like I didn't do much. Yeah, I haven't really eaten, but I mean, I used to eat so well, and I would cut calories, and I would, calories in, calories out crap that just didn't work for me. And I mean, I really knew that life, and it didn't make a difference on the scale. So now that I'm in this, quote unquote starvation mode type thing with a smaller stomach and not being hungry and knowing it's not my whole lifestyle, it's just right now, I felt like I didn't deserve any weight loss because I didn't do anything. I didn't work out. I didn't. Hey!